All right, guys, just straight from the hip. It is 2:08 in the morning, Thursday night, Friday morning, here at home, goofing off, playing around. This is kind of my time once everybody gets to bed to actually sit down and do some work and then do whatever else that I need to work on. If you've known me for a long time, you've known that I love martial arts. I competed in martial arts long before I ever lifted weights. And I used lifting weights to help me at martial arts. And I used lifting weights to help rehab a lot of injuries. That's what got me kind of involved into the gym side of things. You know, I've said this for several years now that I would love to do multiple sports within a year as an athlete. And I'm not for sure if that is really going to happen. But, you know, I just saw the other day that they were running a lot of online competitions. And obviously, I mean, you know, a lot of online stuff through Zoom. And obviously you can't fight, or that would be really freaking cool. If you figure out how to do that, let me know. And I can't kick like I used to. But I could do weapons if I had weapons to train with. So I've just kind of mentioned some stuff to my wife about maybe ordering a bow staff from another country and having it delivered here. And I said it to her enough times that she said, well, there's a place down the road that supplies for most of the entire country. At least go and ask them. And she knows I don't like going places, so maybe she thought I wouldn't go. But I did. And they had one bow staff in the place. One. It's definitely not what I went in there for, but it's my height. It's the right one for my height. It's solid quality. It's red and blue, which is team colors. So, you know, I can't complain there. I really wanted a wooden one, you know, a good quality wooden one, something a little bit thicker than this one. I really wanted the one that I competed with for a decade or longer, but obviously that's not there. But I picked that up on Monday, and I'll try to add the video clip of me training with it on Monday. And played with it a little bit Tuesday, and then I began looking online, and there was an online contest in 3 weeks for over 40 weapons. And it's wild because what I used to do in my bow kata, it used to be considered so wild that a lot of people didn't like it. It was like rock and roll in the 40s. And everything has progressed so far, you know, over the last 20 years, 25 years, that now what I did back then is now considered traditional. So there is an over 40 men's traditional weapons online division in 3 weeks. I'm like, well, that's great. You know, I've got some time to prepare and figure out what it was that I used to do. And in the process of looking for, you know, that contest and how to prepare, there's one this weekend. There's one on Sunday. So I signed up for it. It's already Friday. And there's a contest Saturday, Sunday. So, I'm here in my living room trying to figure out at least parts of my bow kata that I used to do 20-something, nearly 30 years ago. And I've got a video, and it's... Anyway, you'll see. I'm here in my living room. There's not enough room in the living room. I've got one of the lights tied to a door, so I won't hit it. You know, we've got stuff everywhere that needs to be moved. I've got squat stands in here and sandbags and weight plates, couches and that sort of thing. So I don't really have a place to train. I don't really have a place to do it. Don't have a place big enough outside as well. And the contest, I could be going at any point between, say, 7 in the evening my time and 3 in the morning my time. I have no idea when my division's going to run. So anyway, I've been going through some stuff, and I'm just gonna let the camera run. And this is me, and I absolutely know that I cannot go through anything full speed. I can't extend a stance. And it's not just because it kills my elbows and shoulders and knees and feet and hips and back and everything else, but because I'm really limited by space in here. I am a very tall guy with extremely long arms, and I really want to open this thing up and really give it a good swing. But I also, one, I don't want to break anything in my house. And being 2.5 days out, if I hit something really hard with this bow, it's going to snap into a bunch of pieces. And where does that leave me for the weekend? I can't get another one. I can't get another one in the whole country. So I'm going to go through basically what I have figured out so far, because I'm not going to do a full bow kata this weekend. I'm going to do, 30, 45 seconds. You only get a maximum of 2 minutes anyway. So I'm going to do about 30, 45 seconds. And then that gives me another couple of weeks to start adding stuff and smoothing stuff out, maybe finding a place to compete. So let me just play a little bit, enjoy a little bit, and I just hope you can appreciate the fact that there's an old man doing what he loves, and when he finds something that scares him a little bit, he goes after that. And there's an old man, if you're a dad out there, who's not afraid to let everyone else around him watch him fail. It's all part of the process. What the problem with failure is that you never learn very much from it. No, wait, that's the problem with success. The problem with success is you almost never learn anything from it. We learn from our failures, so I've already failed a bunch, dropped it several times. Let me get the camera set up and you can watch me play. All right, so it's getting late. I've added, my goal tonight was to add another segment tonight, Thursday night before going to bed, and then one last segment Friday night before going to bed, at a closing Friday night before going to bed, and that would give me all day Saturday to work on that, and then some time on Sunday as well to work on it and make sure it's good. The important thing isn't for it to be done as written, because I created this thing. So nobody's going to know if I do it wrong. But the important thing is to know the theory behind what I'm doing and to know the patterns of what I want to do. That way, if anything goes wrong, I can change it. Because I'm 43, almost 44. You know, I'm no longer, I mean, I created this when I created this one when I was 17. So at 44, my body can't do the things that I could do at 17. I do other things better and a lot of things much, much worse. But but if I understand the theory and the purpose behind the movement patterns and what I want to do and the directions and, you know, kind of the starting points of every sequence, then I really can't get lost. And I think that's what I'm having issues right now, because I need more space. I need at least 50% more space to really move everything. I'm having to shorten every movement. And I'm having issues with kind of the beginning and ending of every sequence. And I'm getting kind of caught up with the details in between when I just need to focus on the beginning and the ending of every sequence. So I'm going to sit here another second and go through it one more time. I don't know if I'll go through it full speed or just walk through speed, because it's more important to be able to walk through it and do the moves right now than it is to be able to fly through it, because that's just cardio at this point. And who needs cardio besides me? All right, guys, what else could you really want in a YouTube karate video than a guy with a stick in his living room breaking a light bulb? I don't know what else, you could really search for wearing a Ninja Turtles outfit at 2:30 in the morning. So yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I'm gonna stop there. But like I said, the plan for today was to get through a second sequence, and I've pretty much figured out the pattern for the second sequence. And I've seen the pattern for the third sequence, or at least how I can end it from there. So everything from here is going to be tomorrow, working on that third and final sequence. And I've got to find some kind of rhythm, some kind of pause points, because I don't want to fly through everything and just be sucking wind. I've seen some of the other athletes compete, and obviously there's some of them that good heavens, I can't compete with. Those guys have been competing all their lives and they've never stopped. And they're not 300 pounds either. So, I've got to do, I've got to do good for me. That's what it is. And I know that, when I was younger, even when I was younger, I was still heavier than everybody else. So that made a difference in at least how it looked as far as my stamina goes. But, I've got to have pause points where I go and attack, and then stop. And then, whether it's, looking with my eyes or movement or, something like that, to where it's not just nonstop, fight. I've got to have some drama in there as well as I get older to kind of catch up and get some wind and to think about what my next series of moves are going to be. So I've got to work on some timing, some rhythm. So I think that I can go to bed tonight and be happy, not only just with the cardio work that I've done. I've been in here moving for an hour and a half, but getting the second sequence down. I've walked through the third sequence. I haven't completed it yet, but I've walked through it and I see how I can finish it. I know how I can finish it. And it's definitely not going to be the third sequence of, the final thing that I come up with, let's say in a couple of months, because that's going to need at least probably 6 parts instead of where this one's just going to be 3. But, I'm going to have a beginning, a middle, and an end for this one right here. And I don't know. Can I put it together by Sunday night? I don't know. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, see you tomorrow.